Sutton, you said something at Rinna's house that instantly became an iconic Housewives phrase.
Jealous of what? Your ugly leather pants?
No. It just flew out of my mouth, honestly. I liked them. I still do. And I think she looked great in them.
They were not ugly leather pants. I think I had the same pants on in Tahoe.
Hi. Pants. I love your leather pants.
They weren't the most flattering pants I've ever seen, but, you know, we don't always get it right. Sometimes you wear something that you love and then you see it on TV and you're like, I don't know. It wasn't my favorite pair of leather pants, and so I am Team Sutton on that one. We thought we were having a good time, and then it just got heated.
You're upset because you're jealous?
Feelings were hurt, obviously.
What am I jealous of? Are you kidding me?
And then it turned really quickly.
She said ugly leather pants, ugly leather pants. Okay, that's not
pants.
Oh my God. Oh my God.
Sorry.
When Sutton did that, I don't think she really meant that. That was the only thing she could muster up to say.
When Sutton gets upset, she says a lot of things.
Maybe you were gonna be a little boring. And then pregnant, God help us.
No, I'm not gonna play this game with you, I swear to God. Shut up.
See, this
sorry,
is
that's
why.
actually not true. You have a lot. Everyone
Because
does.
what? I'm a Southern white girl.
And then she later regrets it.
Really didn't mean to upset you in any way. I
No, it was
truly
just
apologize.
the multiple nights in a row that I was like, enough.
I think it was just 2 nights.
And I'm sorry that I brought it up in Laguna. I shouldn't have. I was stupid.
Apologize that you got thrown in the mix of my craziness, we'll call it.
Right, I don't think she really meant that.
She shouldn't be pointing at people's clothes always. Look at Kathy, try not to laugh. I'm saying, yes, some of her stuff is very interesting, some of it's very kooky. Don't throw rocks if you live in a glass house.
Crystal, I need to know, have you worn the iconic leather pants since?
Yes. I actually wear it far more often than I would have otherwise. Like, I just wear them all the time now.
So Kathy's party didn't end well.
Let's see. Basically, I get hissed at and threatened.
Everybody wants me to be very honest with you and transparent, so I'm trying to do that.
Would you like to get sued?
No.
Would you like to?
Of course not.
That kind of anger, and it wasn't loud. It's not that she was yelling. It was just so
intense
and targeted.
If you want to talk about someone else's health issues and you think that that person isn't going to come after you, think again.
And then she says, when all of this is over, I'm coming after you.
You ever call me a liar again, I'm coming for you.
Like, are you okay? Then she says something under her breath that I'm not going to repeat ever. And it was even worse. It was not good. It was not pretty. It did not look good on her at all. I was shocked that she would even say those things to me because I haven't done anything wrong. I've only asked questions about a newspaper article that we were all talking about.
And we all ask questions.
Everybody had questions. She didn't like that I called her, I guess, a liar.
What are you doing right now?
My God, I'm trying to talk to you.
No, you're not trying to talk to me. You're trying to accuse me of lying, and I'm not a liar.
That really struck a nerve with her.
Yeah.
But calling someone a liar doesn't deserve threats.
You called me a liar. No, I promised you. I haven't threatened you. I've promised you. I made a promise to you.
I felt that she's just angry and mad and that she's got a temper and she was just spitting out, saying whatever to try to shut Sutton up. I didn't take that literally.
I didn't take it literally either. I do feel like it was a warning, though, like to Sutton, just quit talking like that since you don't know anything. But also, I was a little frustrated that Erika said that to Sutton because I was thinking, well, wait a minute, you're getting upset with Sutton, but that's exactly what she's been saying her concerns have been.
That's the problem. We can't threaten people because then
I'm
no
not
one can be
threatening, I'm
on.
promising.
No, she's feeling like
I'm
that. And that was her
promising.
original
No, don't call me a liar, Kyle.
So now you're actually giving validity to those concerns by saying something like that.
Right.
So that kind of made everybody go, wait, what?
She should be quiet.
You know what? That's a little bit of a threat. That's really
No, it isn't.
uncomfortable
It's
for
not
all
a
of
threat.
us.
No, it's not, Dorit, because you know what? She took it to another level. It's one thing to ask and talk and say things. It's another thing to call someone a liar and talk about their health.
Truly, and I've talked to all of the ladies about this. No one spoke up for me. No one said, don't speak to her like that. Not one person.
I think everybody was shocked at how quickly it escalated to something so serious. Like it was shocking. It really was. And Erika had her back to me.
Yeah. So you probably couldn't hear everything.
I couldn't hear everything, but everybody's face told me everything she was saying.
She was across the table. Like, Garcelle's right. Erika's back was turned. She was aiming it in my face. Nobody knew what to do. But I will say, everybody else was kind of a little afraid because you don't want to be on the receiving end. So I do think you got to be real brave to stand up to that. And I don't think I saw a lot of bravado that night.
As you all bring up your concerns about the allegations to Erika, it's revealed that you brought everyone together for an emergency meeting without her.
We all met the other day. Sutton had asked for us to get together.
So it's like a committee. Do we support Erika or do we not?
No,
Let's be democratic and say, well, you know, I'm a little nervous.
No.
The meeting to talk about are we liable wasn't against Erika. It wasn't like, oh my gosh, she's a horrible person. Oh my gosh, she really did this. Oh my gosh, it wasn't about that. It was like, oh, could we?
I don't want our support of Erika to be misinterpreted as support for some of the atrocious things that have been done.
That's the problem.
That's what it was about. So for them now, all of a sudden, to be like, tell them what you said. Tell them what you said.
You took a very different stance.
You took a.
Let's
get
a very
real
different
clear.
stance.
Okay,
Let's get clear now. You need to say what happened on Saturday night. Be real.
Okay, Lisa, I'm doing that right now.
It was like, well, everybody said something.
Son-in-law just left recently.
I don't want to be associated with these crazy stories either.
Everything I believed about Erika's life is actually the diametrical opposite.
That's not congruent to what the information that we've got.
Exactly. The other thing I'm thinking is Erika's been tipped off. She knows that we all got together.
Really?
She knows.
Okay.
Well, yes, girl, she wore a headband. Come on. Someone has told her that we had gotten together. And I knew that that was going to happen anyway, because I'm not stupid. We're women. We talk. Women talk. And which is fine. But I know that she knows that we met separately without her. You know? And
Who do you think told her?
Lisa. I mean, and that's okay with me. They're like best friends. It's fine. Look, if we all had a meeting and Garcelle wasn't invited, I would call her and say, Garcelle, we had a meeting. You weren't invited and we were talking about you. Not in a bad way, but we were just talking about something that's going on in your life that we're concerned about. I would totally call her, 100%. And I don't have a problem that she did that. I mean, I don't know for sure that she did that. I can only imagine that she did.
Yeah.
Kathy, Kyle's dinner party was the first time you had seen the ladies since the big article dropped.
I feel bad that there was like questions and stuff, you know, but
It's good practice.
One way of looking at it.
What was going through your mind?
I literally started to cry to the point where when I burst out. First, it's the victims, their families.
Absolutely.
Yeah,
And
100%.
And my whole face, I had to get up and go into your powder room, and I literally was crying my eyes out. It was the first time all of those things had been brought up to me.
You read these headlines, and it's hard to digest. It's hard to think about. Like I said, orphans and widows. It makes you feel sick.
I thought it was like always in trouble with his taxes, or I really wasn't paying attention. But when the discussion started happening at the dinner table.
I don't know if you knew or not. My sister had a kidney transplant and it went wrong. And she's had a lawyer. She was supposed to be awarded money, and my sister's very innocent. She's like, no, it's just taking a long time. And so if what Tom did is absolutely true, then Tom.
And here you'd gone to such a big effort to make this so beautiful. And then I heard all the allegations. Literally, I thought I was gonna just bust open with tears. I had to excuse myself. And nobody even knew. Yeah. I had to come and calm myself down, put cold water on my face. I got that emotional.
I mean, yeah, it is, because it's incredibly sad when you read the stories. It's incredibly shocking and incredibly sad. And it just seems like, how is this even possible? This does not seem like the man that we had met, that this could possibly have happened.
Right.
Sutton, after your confrontation with Erika, you decide to leave Kathy's party.
No, don't call me a
Ask
liar.
the questions and
Where are
just
you going?
answer calmly.
Oh, if I'm going to be threatened and all of that, I am not doing it. No, yeah, Bye is right. I'm not going to be threatened. No way.
Hold on.
Bye.
Hold on.
Bye.
Hold on.
There's
Hold
the
on.
door.
Hold on.
Oh,
See you
no.
later.
Nope. I'm out.
I was confounded. I sat there and I thought, all right, I'm going to take this one. I am not going to cry. And I thought, nope, I'm leaving. Because I am not going to sit here and have someone like that threaten me.
You like to get sued.
I'm not going to sugarcoat this. I'm not going to do it. Because I really am no longer afraid of this. And I think it's really important for people to understand those threats seemed really real and scary.
You ever call me a liar again? I'm coming for you.
I'm not being a baby about this. I was like, I'm out. This is not worth it.
That's zero okay.
Okay, but you can't walk off like that.
Why can't I? What, I'm gonna sit there and be threatened? No way. I'm really,
Just come in the library. We're gonna go.
So in that moment, were you just leaving the party, or were you also thinking about leaving this friend group?
Oh yeah, I was leaving. I'm not gonna have somebody threaten me like that, threaten my family like that. No, not worth it.
Well, what changed your mind?
Probably Garcelle.
I get it.
that at all.
I know. What the? I know.
No.
I mean, this is serious stuff, which is why I brought it up in December.
The burn victim from 2010, the settlement was $12 million.
Wow. Tom won
The
it for
burn victim
the burn
got
victim.
$1 million. And listed on the lawsuit, Girardi's accountant, the travel agent, Erika.
Wow.
Look where we are today. It was serious stuff, and I was right. I mean, not about anything, but just about how serious this is. And, you know, like, I don't think that I was in the wrong to start this conversation with the women. I was just trying to make sure that we were handling this in the best way possible, legally, whatever. I just wanted to make sure that we were being taken care of.
Yeah.
And also, I didn't want to leave kind of being bullied out.
I'll go head on with you all day.
Don't talk to me like that.
Or what?
Seriously.
Or what?
That's not okay, and I don't want to show that to my children, that if you stand up for something, and if somebody tries to bully you because you are being strong, that's not okay. You have to keep your integrity, especially when you're not in the wrong. It's not like I'm making fun of something or throwing slander. That's not what was happening. And I couldn't go out like that. I can't not do this. it was too important, we'll use the word, for my reputation. So I stayed.
Erika reveals a lot of heavy information, starting with new details about Tom's car accident a few years ago.
I called you and I said Tom's had a car accident, which is true. But I just didn't tell you the rest of it.
My ears perked up a little bit because I hadn't heard about this accident before.
What, he crashed into a wall, or what did he crash
Drove
into?
off a cliff.
What? I just didn't know why we were all of a sudden talking about this accident.
Also unconscious for 12 hours, but no one.
He was? That's not good.
I know, because I found it.
And why we were talking about this head injury.
So he had a head injury, and he broke his shoulder, snapped his ankle, and then broke his clavicle.
But it was a confusing story.
This road is an old road behind our house that is switchback. You know what I mean by that? That goes like this. This man who's lived there for 30 plus years drives up behind the house, takes a turn, but he ends up here and then tumbles out of the car.
Out of the car.
Out of the car.
I got a little uncomfortable, not gonna lie. And then I think the rest of the girls who knew this story about some car accident were hearing new information from Erika this time around. So it was confusing.
So we knew that Tom had had this car accident 3 years ago.
Tom got in a car accident by our house and broke his ankle.
Oh my God.
And so he's gonna have to have a little surgery to have it, you know, put back together.
But this was the first time I was hearing the gravity of the accident. Anyone being unconscious for 12 hours, and especially at his age. I mean, you've got all of these things going through your mind, like a million questions.
Obviously, when she told us the car accident was way worse than we originally thought, it was strange to me. I thought, well, I wonder why she didn't, tell us that at the time. But, in hindsight now, I'm thinking maybe because he was going through some, mental decline of some sort, and maybe they didn't want that out there publicly because he was running this law firm. I don't know.
Right, makes sense.
Maybe it was none of our business. Maybe because she was scared to say how bad the accident was. I don't know. I don't know that answer.
So of course, you have a million questions, but I think I was also so proud and taken aback almost that Erika really was being as open as she was and sharing so many intimate details that it was almost like, okay, this is her moment and it's time, for her to share what she wants to say. So I think I was like in a state of almost shock, and then there was also what I was learning that was shocking.
It was a lot of information, and it felt like she had been holding it for a long time, and it just was coming out. It was just like a therapy session that she needed to have for years, and finally let it go and released it.
This was her time to just let it out. Everyone kept saying, you're seeing Erika in such a different way. Like, she's never been open like this, but I had only known her as someone who was super open from the day I met her. But this was a different night for her, and I think she just obviously has been holding a lot in for years. It felt like it was a cathartic, even though it was super painful, a very cathartic moment for her. She really had to let it out.
Before dinner that night, Erika reveals more about her life after the separation.
I learned how to go into a bank in March. I didn't know how to deposit. I never had a debit.
We need to take care of ourselves.
But for 22 years, it was not my life, so there you go.
What the? That's what I thought. Never had an ATM card. Never didn't go to the bank until like what?
Yeah.
Like what kind of life? Sutton, please tell me you have an ATM card.
Girl, I've got an ATM card.
I rest my case, Your Honor.
I've never had one. I don't know how to use one. Just give yourself a little time.
Yeah.
But you have been married to Rick since you were so young, and it almost makes more sense. But when I look at Erika, and she has her own separate career, and I would never have imagined, that she would not have a debit card, and that, she hands over, whatever she made. I don't understand. I was like, wait, what is this? I think it says a lot about her relationship with Tom, and that he controlled everything, and that she was very much, the little wife at home. I don't mean that in a demeaning way, but as much as we see her as this strong, powerful, empowered woman who gets up on stage and does her thing, it was just against completely opposite of what I thought, it was like black and white.
When I was married, I had my own checking account. It was mine in my name. I'm sorry, in your life you've never had an ATM card? Erika and I are the same age. I didn't understand that.
Where do you get money? Where do you get money to pay the valet?
You have a Ziploc bag with cash in it? No, that ain't right.
That ain't right.
You don't necessarily start off the Del Mar trip on the right foot.
Oh, God.
I just talked to my doctor. I'm dealing with some foot issues right now in my life.
Okay, let me see your foot. Oh, it's black and blue. Could that be broken? I don't even know what's going on with her legs.
I feel like she always has a boot on.
I feel like the boot has been on for 2 years.
I do too.
She said that, I don't know, she did something where her feet were hurting. Then I think a statue fell on her leg at your house, and then she fell.
A statue?
She said a statue fell on her leg at your house.
Well, I'm not going to sue Kathy or anything, but I was at her house at a dinner, and a piece of art fell on my leg.
I did hear about that. I think somebody knocked over the statue on her. But she was dancing and singing. I was in the other room.
Kathy, why do you have a huge statue on such a wobbly table? And when I did that, I must have tweaked my ankle. And by the time I got to Del Mar, it was really big, and I could not walk on it.
She showed up with that boot, and it's not a really good match with the couture dresses.